all this?
How else was I going to lure you back here? No, I didn't do everything. My mother did the baking. My sister contributed balloons. There's a present from Minx. There are flowers and then cards from friends. It should take you a week to go through everything.
I'm not going to be here that long. I told you that. I'll be out of your family's way as soon as possible.
There's no rush. My family loves having you around almost as much as I do. Want some breakfast?
Amy.
What?
If I want something, I can get it myself. I don't need a nurse anymore.
The doctor said you had to take it easy for a while.
All right. Tomorrow morning I'll make my own breakfast, no matter what you say.
Okay.
You still don't trust any of this, do you? You still believe that, it's not really well yet?
Of course I do. Why do you say that?
You still think you have to stick around and take care of me just in case I have to go back to the hospital?
You're not going back to the hospital. You're well. You're completely cured.
That's right. So do what I tell you to do. Go back to New Staland.
What do I have to do? I don't want to go back to New Staland. I want to stay here with you.
Amy, there's no reason now.
Loving you more than anything in the world is not reason enough.
If it hadn't been for the accident, you'd be back there right now, you and Johnny. Huh?
Maybe, okay.
All right, that's my point. That's what you really wanted, and that's what you should do.
Get this through your head. Now, if I didn't know what I wanted before, I do now. And now that I'm sure, you couldn't get rid of me if you tried. And believe me, you tried. So, just shut up and do something constructive. Here, read your mail.
Your mail can wait.
No, it can't. Trust me. Read your mail, please. Thank you. Is that what you came by?
I said it was urgent, didn't I?
I thought we had something to talk about.
Right. I need to ask a favor. Unfortunately, I can't be very specific about why I need it.
More intrigue? This sounds like that job you couldn't tell me about.
The two are unrelated.
Oh, well, that tells me a lot.
It's for your own protection, Kelly. The less you know, the better off you are going to be.
Good morning, everyone. How are you, Nick?
Fine, Mason. Thanks.
Mason, I don't mean to be rude, but would you mind...
not, Kelly. You're never rude. And I don't mean to interrupt anything. Just tell me, have either of you seen Eden?
Why don't you leave her alone for a little while? You know, she's under a lot of pressure, and she's doing the best she can without you.
Yes, a little more of Eden's best, and Capital Enterprises will have to file Chapter 11.
Why do you have to overstate everything, Mason? Look, a few stocks one way or another are not going to break the company.
Don't be short-sighted, Kelly. The road to ruin starts with only one mistake.
Look, I'm not ready to argue with you, okay, Mason?
Certainly not in front of Nick. That would be rude, and we've already established that you're anything but. You see, Nick, Kelly has a tendency to think that all things of a financial nature will magically take care of themselves. I'm merely trying to persuade her to take more of an interest in a fortune that is partly hers. Don't you agree? I mean, how would you feel if Eden were to fritter away all of Kelly's money?
How would I feel? What does it matter how I feel?
Drowsiness, loss of appetite, mild dizziness may occur. No, that's not enough. Oh. Warning. When combined with alcohol, may cause extreme mood swings, disorientation, and blackouts. Perfect. And I think I know a doctor who will prescribe this for me. Yes, hello. I'd like to make an appointment. Oh, Sophia, wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
About what?
Not about what, about who? Eden. The one person who's having the hardest time dealing with her father's illness.
What about her?
Well, I was wondering if anything's being done for her. I mean, lately she's either high up in the clouds or she'll jump a mile if you just say something to her. She's either so tense or, I mean, it's kind of scary.
Don't you think it's understandable, Gina? Her father is in a coma and he's near death.
But he's not anymore. I mean, after the report, she should be 100% better. She got the news she wanted to hear. Now, why doesn't she act like it?
Wait a minute, wait, what report? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Oh, she talked to the new doctor yesterday.
There's a new doctor on Cece's case?
She didn't tell you about that?
No, but are you telling me that there's been a change in the prognosis?
That's exactly what I'm saying. He's getting better.
He's getting better. He's getting better. Oh, dear God, thank you. Well, tell me, Mike, tell me everything. So they say that there's an improvement.
Well, if you want to know the details, you have to ask Eden. All I know is that it's positive.
I don't know why she didn't tell me. Not when it's so important to me.
You see, that's what I'm talking about, Sophia. Eden is just not herself lately. You never know what she's going to do from one minute to the next. Now, if I were you, I would worry about being too close to... Oh, here she is now. Why don't you ask her why you were the last to know?
What is she babbling about?
She just told me the wonderful news about your father. Why didn't you tell me yourself?
Figures Gina would tell the first person that she saw.
Why shouldn't she tell me? She's probably made me just about the happiest woman in the world. Now we have something to hope for.
I wish there were.
Well, of course there is, darling. Don't you see that this is an incredible breakthrough?
It's not a breakthrough. It is a lie.
No.
It is a
Gina,
lie. It is a lie. Gina is telling you a lie. She's telling you the same lie that I told her. And I should have never opened my mouth.
Are you telling me that Cece isn't better?
No. He is worse, if anything else.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I just couldn't stand one more day of her being happy, hoping that he would die so she could get her hands on his money. I couldn't stand one more day of her just hiding her good news every time she heard a negative report. And I told her that he was getting better to dampen her private celebration.
I see.
Look, I shouldn't have done it. Now all she's gonna do is go around telling everybody that he's getting better.
And everyone will want to believe it as much as I did.
Look, I'm sorry. I know it must be very difficult to get slapped in the face with reality after you hear something like that.
Look, I understand. Believe me, I understand why you did it. You shouldn't blame yourself. Every day that Gina presides over this house is an insult to all of us, and there's nothing we can do about it. We all want to strike back at her any way we can.
I'm just so tired.
I know you are, baby. I know you are, and I'm so worried about you, and I want you to get some rest.
It's almost as if I don't try.
It's the dreams again, Eden. Are you still having them?
Every night, I wake up and I just want to start screaming. It's like something's got a hold of me and it's just not letting go.
Eden, you're carrying around so much guilt, and it's not right. I was there. I know what you promised your father.
Then how come you don't feel guilty? You were there and you heard him, and he didn't want to be kept alive by these machines, and you obviously have never thought of granting his wish, have you?
No, I haven't.
Then deep in your heart, don't you feel like you're doing exactly what he didn't want? Deep in your heart, don't you feel like you're cheating him?
Eden, every day I hear and read about medical miracles, and I pray to God every day that we have one here. I would never eliminate the possibility of having Cece back with us again. And neither should you.
How long do you wait for a miracle, Mama?
For as long as it takes. There's something else to think about. If for any reason you or I decided to do what Cece said he wanted, just think how happy that would make Gina. Is that what you want?
All I want is to do what's right. I don't give a damn about Gina or anybody else. It's what my father wants that counts.
Can't hear a thing. That's all right, Eden. There's nothing you could say that's gonna make me change my mind. I hate you. I hate you even more than I ended up hating Cece. Why did he have to start getting better? Complicates everything so much. October 11th, 1985. Eden seems worse. Fatigue shows. More dreams. I wonder if she's still having those dreams about the dress Cece gave her. I'm gonna have to put this dress in a better hiding place. I'll put it in the study later on. It's such a pretty thing. If a girl wore this, she'd really be dressed to kill. Huh?
Try to understand, Mason. I don't give a damn how much money Kelly has or doesn't have.
Heaven forfend, I didn't mean to imply that your interest in my sister was based on anything other than her intrinsic charms. I merely wanted to be sure that you had her best interests at heart. For her sake, I assure you.
Mason, will you please leave us alone?
I wish you'd try to talk some sense into her, Nick. Don't let her be an idle passenger while her sister drives the family business right over a cliff.
And you'd do so much better, I suppose.
Infinitely. You know it too, but your misguided sense of loyalty won't let you admit it. Look at my qualifications. Stable, tough-minded, unemotional, everything that Eden's proving herself not to be.
Right, you forgot ruthless and self-serving.
I did, thank you.
I'll take Eden, thanks.
That could be a costly mistake.
Kelly has made up her mind. I don't think you're going to change it.
This has been a red-letter day.
What do you mean?
Mason didn't try to get the last word in. I guess he's slipping.
I don't think he's through with you yet. Just planning more strategy.
Oh, yeah, you catch on fast.
Have to in this house.
Oh, come on, where were we?
Oh, yes. I was going to ask a favor of you.
Oh, yes, a favor. Cloaked in mystery.
Right. You still have that old apartment of yours, the one that Ted and Mason were using for a while?
Oh, do you need it?
Someone else does.
And I'm not supposed to ask why or who?
It's a lot to expect, I know.
Yes, it is.
All right. It's my brother. He needs a place where he can lay low and keep a low profile for a while, and your apartment would be ideal. No one would ever think of looking for him there.
Who's looking for him? It's the police, isn't it?
No, it's not the police. Dylan is in a little trouble, but I don't think he's done anything really seriously wrong. I'm sure this whole thing will blow over if he can just stay out of sight for a while.
Okay. The apartment's nice.
Thanks, Kelly.
Hang on, let me get a key. I think I can dig a sparrow out in here.
Dylan is going to be very grateful to you, and me too.
It's got to be one of these. Just have him try them all. One of them will work, I think. Maybe that.
Kelly, I don't suppose you've tried to get into the study this morning, have you?
Why?
Well, if you had, I think you might revise your opinion of Eden.
What is the matter now, Mason?
She and Sophia are locked in there together. Just now, when I tried to get in, they wouldn't even acknowledge my presence. I find that rather strange.
I don't. It's very hard to find privacy around here anymore.
What need do they have of privacy? Sophia and Eden are hardly speaking to each other these days.
Well, obviously things have changed, right? And I can think of plenty of reasons of that.
Name one that makes sense. You can't, can you? Sooner you face it, the better, Kelly. Eden's behavior is becoming dangerously erratic, and for the good of the family, one of us ought to do something about it.
My grandmother said for me to tell you she'd be down in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But perhaps you could give me a ride, too. My office is right on the way.
Oh, sure. That's what I'm here for.
Terrific. I'll just get some papers here.
What are you doing here?
Are you alone?
Are you crazy? You're not supposed to leave the motel.
I didn't have much of a choice, sweetheart. My insufficient funds got them a little nervous.
Oh, they kicked you out.
Oh, why else would I be here so early in the morning throwing myself at your mercy?
My mercy. Dylan, for crying out loud. What can I do?
Well, for starters, you could make me feel a little more comfortable.
Dylan, this is very dangerous. Someone just might happen to be walking by, and I just want to take... Someone is coming. Hurry! Hurry! Get in there. Here. And for Pete's sake, be quiet. Who's Pete?
Janice, did I or did I not ask you to pick up an envelope from the bank yesterday?
The bank? Oh my gosh, that's right.
Look, they just had to messenger this stuff over, and after looking at it, I can see why they wanted me to see it yesterday. This is serious business, Janice. Look, I should have taken care of this a long time before now.
Mr. Lockridge, I'm really sorry. I just totally forgot.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to call the paper and tell them I can't come in today. Look, I gotta get to the bank immediately. After that, Mr. Brick Wallace had better be prepared to answer some heavy-duty questions.
What's that about, Brick? You'll have to explain it to me first.
Well, finally.
What do you want, Mason?
Well, I was worried about you. When you didn't answer the door, I was afraid something might have happened to you.
Afraid? You were afraid for me?
Well, you've been very upset lately. One doesn't know what to expect.
I hate to disappoint you, Mason, but I'm fine.
Wait a minute. Maybe Mason is worried about me.
Please, he couldn't care less about me.
I care about the effect you have on this family. Let's put it that way.
Mason, you have made it painfully clear how you feel about my company policy, so just drop it, okay?
I can't, Eden. Your decisions hurt the entire family. You have no idea of the long-range implications.
Would you just please drop it?
Stop it. All right, please. Both of you. That's enough. Oh, why listen to me, right?
You said it. I didn't.
I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to me for a minute because I've been thinking about something and I want you to tell me if it makes any sense to you. We are all of us, under so much pressure, more pressure than most people could withstand, and it is time to drop these petty arguments. It is time to quit hanging on to these old hurts. Maybe the two of you could do for each other what you did for me.
Which is?
At my hearing, you put all your restrictions and your reservations about me aside. You knew I needed your help more than anything, and you came through for me. I don't never know how I'm going to be able to thank you. And if it wasn't for you, I would probably be in jail right now.
I was just doing my job.
Oh, you were doing your job. You certainly were. You were doing your job, and you were doing more. Certainly more than I expected. And you know what that did? It gave me hope that maybe we could overcome a lot of other things.
Don't count on it.
Why not try, Eden? Maybe we could have a meeting. Maybe we could come together as a family group and try to put behind us all the anger and the hurt we've had.
How timely. Peace talks. Welcome to the Capwell Summit.
It's fine.
Disarmament or bust.
Mason, call it anything you like. But let's give it a try. I am so tired of standing by, seeing this family divide itself in these useless little factions. And for what purpose? What do we get? Cece is sick. This is the time, if any time, for all of us to be together.
It's not gonna work. Just trying to get back old family unity from one well-intentioned gathering, it's not gonna work.
Eden, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, but we've got to start somewhere. We walk through this house and we don't talk to each other. We avoid looking at each other. How long has it been since we all sat down in the family and at least have had dinner together?
You intend to try this grand experiment over a leg of lamb?
You bet. And why not? Because maybe if we did that, we could all relax and finally start to communicate.
Yeah, well, I think the idea is ludicrous.
I don't. I think it's a wonderful idea, and you're all invited for tonight.
I don't believe it. After all this time, you still think it was Minx that made the call?
I have investigated every other possibility that I can think of. So many things point to her.
I thought so too at first, but Brick's father could not identify her voice.
He didn't say it wasn't Minx.
She has no motive. I keep telling you that, Nick. She's appointed herself my personal guardian angel. There's no way that she'd hurt me.
She loves Brick. I mean, remember, the woman offered me $100,000 just so he'd stick around. Thank you.
I realize there are a lot of contradictions here. On the one hand, Minx seems that she would spare no expense to keep you here. But on the other hand, keeping your father from you when it would seem to be the worst possible thing that she could do, it just doesn't make... I wonder. Oh, God.
What?
I don't know. No, it's too crazy.
We're all pretty nuts here. Why don't you run it by us?
No, I have to find some things out first, and I'm going to come back, and we're all going to talk.
Well, hold on. Where are you going?
Bakersfield.
You're not going to visit Brick's father again.
I just thought of a few questions I never asked. If his answers are anywhere near what I'm thinking, this is going to be a whole new ballgame.
I'm sorry, Grandmother. I don't have time to explain right now. I have to spend a little time with the calculator first.
Calculator?
I just don't want to say anything else until I've got my facts straight, okay? Look, are you ready to go? Janice has already agreed to drop me off at the bank.
Well, I'm not ready to go just now, dear. Can you wait a few minutes?
No, I'm sorry, I can't. I'll just take the car, all right?
Okay.
Goodbye.
The sun's so glary today, I thought I'd just get my hat.
Oh, your hat?
Yes, it's in the closet.
I don't think you'll need it. The sun's not that strong.
Oh, that's not so. I was in the garden earlier this morning, and there was quite a glare.
Well, but it's clouded up a bit. I really don't think you'll miss the hat.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
You know, for a moment, I thought you were trying to steer me away from the closet.
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know. I thought it might have something to do with that handsome hunk you've got stashed away in there. Well, I saw you deposit him there a few minutes ago. He must be suffocating by now.
Oh, Mrs. Lockridge.
Oh, but I'm all for you keeping a good man to yourself. But you must give him a little air now and then. Why don't you give him a breather while I go and get my purse?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll take my time. Give you time to say goodbye to him.
Did you hear that? I think you just got your walking papers.
I'm very sorry. For a moment or two there, I thought that maybe you were going to get your walking papers.
Oh, not for Mrs. Lockridge. She's a pussycat. She understands these things.
What things? I mean, these kind of things?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, this is something I've been wanting to do for days. We all live like strangers here, going our own separate ways. It wasn't like this when Cece was well. I want this to be a home again.
Stop being a home the minute you moved in, Gina.
Now, Eden, you're not going to accomplish anything that way.
You're not going to accomplish anything by having a family reunion either.
No, wait a minute. I agree with Gina, and I think we should see what Ted and Kelly have to say about it.
Of course they're going to be talked into it, but it's not going to do any good. As far as I am concerned, this is the highest form of hypocrisy.
Fine, but I'm going ahead with this anyway. Now, Eden, if you want to keep the family together, you'll be there. Cocktails at 6.
Black tie or come as you are. Don't forget activities to break the ice. How about a scavenger hunt?
I'm gonna go find a quiet place to do some work.
You'll excuse me, everyone.
And I'm going to see if I can find Ted and Kelly.
Well, so long, kids. Gosh, I can't wait for tonight. Okay, Gina, you want to tell me what this is all about?
What do you mean? I told you what it was all about.
I want to know why you're all of a sudden so filled with good fellowship, unless you're trying to beat Sophia at her own game.
Sophia wanted to organize this whole thing and get all the attention. There's one thing she always forgets, is that this is my house and I'm in charge.
I have to give you credit, Gina.
Oh, Mason, I wish you'd give me more than that. I miss you so much. We hardly spend any time together.
That's because we have to worry about more pressing matters, Gina. We have to put our heads together and figure out what we're going to do if Dad really does come out of this coma.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Why not? Sometimes recovery from a coma can be very dramatic. He could be back in fighting shape in no time.
No, Mason, I don't think so.
Don't you? C.C. Catwell is capable of anything, don't you think?
Oh, whatever you say.
Gina,
Yes.
what's going on?
Nothing. Now, Mason, you behave yourself tonight.
Well, Minx, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the bathrobe, but you really shouldn't have done that.
Oh, but I love to buy presents.
I do appreciate it. Just gotta stop. It's not gonna work anymore. It's like $100,000 you try to give to Amy. You can't buy us. Do you understand?
Mrs. Lockridge Brick has been very patient, but you can't expect him to sit back and be quiet forever. He's asked you 1,000,000 times why this special treatment, but you've never explained why.
That's right. You keep piling on all the favors, and I can't accept them any longer. I need to know some straight answers.
But there's no mystery. You know, I've always had a special feeling about you, Brick.
All right, but why? You like my face? You pick my name out of a hat? What's the reason? And don't give me that bit about how talented I am, Brick Wallace, the business mastermind. I don't know why you think I'm better than the next guy. I mean, you treat me like I've got an inside track on Wall Street. It doesn't make sense.
But why does everything have to make perfect sense? I've lots of friends with no sense at all, and I find them very entertaining. I chose you on a whim. I've chosen lots of things on whims.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You've invested far too much in me for it to be a whim. All right, if you continue to stonewall it, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to leave Santa Barbara. We'll never see each other again, Minx. This is goodbye.
He means it.
Amy, you see Mrs. Lockridge to the door?
All right, all right, all right, all right. Good grief. I would have told you eventually, but I had to test you first.
Test me for what?
I had to see if you were worthy, if you were strong enough to accept certain things on faith.
Well, I guess I failed the test because I'm not accepting anything on faith anymore.
Well, you've earned the right to some explanation. I guess it's time.
Good. So now, why don't you tell me what I did to deserve all that you've given me?
You saved my life.
I've what?
Yes, I went to a performance of a circus where your family was involved many years ago, and there was a fire.
That's right, there was a fire. It was in
In Pasadena.
Yeah, and a couple people were killed.
I was almost one of them, but you saved me. You helped a lot of other people, too.
I did what I could. There was so much confusion. I remember there was this panic and noise. I didn't know if it was the animals or the people screaming.
It was terrifying. I ran. I fell. I couldn't get up. And then I saw a great, strong hand gripping mine. And a voice... Yes, a voice was saying, this way out, this way out, this way out.
And that was Brick?
Yes. I asked somebody to get me his name, because I was bound to thank him sometime or other.
You repaid me 1,000 times over.
It'll never be enough, Brick.
Well, anyone would have done the same thing.
Anyone didn't. You did. So don't wonder any more about why I want to spoil you. Now I must go. I must let you get some rest.
Well, thank you for stopping by and explaining. I really needed to hear that.
Take extra good care of him, little Amy.
Oh, I will, and you take extra good care of yourself, too.
God bless you.
Bye.
All right.
God bless.
Thanks for coming by.
That's all right. You take good care of yourself.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye. So, how does it feel to finally...
Shh. Just wait a second. I'm trying to remember it.
I hope to God he believed me.
Mason, you leaving?
Yeah, I'm meeting with a client. Don't worry, I'll be back in time for your little cocktail bash. Make mine a double.
Oh, Mason, it's not going to be as painful as all that, and I'll be right by your side.
I'll get it.
Sherwood Pharmacy. I've got a prescription here.
Yeah, I'll sign.
That's for me. Thank you.
Hang on. There you are.
Thank you.
Prescription?
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize you weren't well.
Oh, it's just for an allergy. It really acts up this time of year. You have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
These should be able to clear up anybody's allergy. Even Eden's allergy to me.
Oh, sorry.
Hi. Oh, I guess you must have put it out of your mind for a long time.
I was all coming back, but then... I feel there's something that Mink said that's missing, you know? She said something that I remembered, now I just forgot it all again.
Well, maybe if you stop trying so hard, it'll just come back to you.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you should put your mind on something else. You forgot to open your mail.
Oh, yeah. So what's in there that you're so hot about for me to see?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Okay, come on, I'll read them.
Okay.
All right. I'm reading.
Okay.
Ah, that's worth it. Let's see, if I subscribe to about 47 magazines, I should win a nice dream house. No. Oh, look at this from Gilly Capwell. Let's see what we have here. Ah, very pretty. It's like a combination. Get well card and coming home.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I haven't hit pay dirt yet, huh? No. Oh. That's very pretty. It's classy. From your mother?
Oh, let me see that. Yeah, well, it's from Mom, all right.
She's invited me to a party.
You'll have to open it.
Breck. Mrs. John Perkins requests the honor of your presence at the marriage of her daughter Amethyst Louise to Mr. Barnaby Wallace. Date and time to be announced.
Does this help to convince you at all that I really don't want to go back to New Staland?
I don't know what to say.
You might as well say yes, because I have every intention of wearing you down until you beg for mercy.
I think you're taking unfair advantage of a sick man.
I'll take any advantage I can get.
All I wanted was for you to be sure.
I put it in writing, okay? How sure can I get? Here, sit back.
Yeah.
Be careful.
A few more of these, I might be fully recovered.
I'll try to oblige. You hold that thought, and I'll be right back as soon as I kill who's ever at the door. Warren, hi.
Amy, where's Brick?
He's in here, but listen, he just got home today,
Yeah,
and we
thanks.
were kind of,
Yeah, I heard
come
you
on.
just got out. Look, I know this isn't the greatest time to hit you with this, but I couldn't wait.
Hit me with what, Warren?
I spent most of the morning double-checking the amounts. Adds up to a hell of a lot of money, Brick.
Withdrawal slips signed by me?
Yeah, they're huge cash withdrawals from the corporation's real estate account that you are authorized to draw on.
Warren, I didn't take these amounts out. I've never taken cash out of this account.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I've been laid out on my back. I haven't even thought about the corporation, much less made the transaction.
Look, Brick, the withdrawal slips were made out before your accident.
Well, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, I hope somebody gets it, and soon. We're talking about $50,000 here, and I want to know where it went.
So do I, Warren. I'm just telling you, I don't know what this is all about.
You know, with my parents away in Europe, I have to stay on top of everything that has anything to do with this corporation, meaning I am going to have to call them and notify them about this tonight.
Well, of course you do. I'm just telling you, I wish I could help you figure it out, but...
Yeah, well, keep figuring, all right? As soon as you figure something out, let me know. I'll be in touch.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Not only weird, it's scary.
There's nothing to be scared of. Obviously, this is just a crazy kind of mistake.
Yeah, a crazy mistake. A crazy mistake. Someone's made it look like I just committed grand larceny.
Eden, you're not dressed yet and it's almost 6 o'clock. Everyone's gonna be here soon. You did decide to come, didn't you?
Yes, against my better judgment. Now, you seen my dress?
What dress?
The one that Rosa gave back to me that I tried to throw away, the one Daddy gave me.
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Well, I don't know where it is.
Well, it's gotta be down here somewhere.
Well, you're not going to find it unless I want you to. Oh, Sophia, the party's out in the atrium.
Yes, I know that. The children haven't arrived, so I thought I'd wait in here.
Why here?
I'm not sure, Gina. This was Cece's private place. And somehow, when I'm in here, I don't feel like he's so far away.
It was also where you killed Channing, wasn't it? Sorry. You see, I just have to use the desk. Would you wait out in the atrium, please? The others will be here really soon, I know it.
Gina, was that your contribution to cooperation and peace in this family? I'll leave you alone.
I have to find a place to hide this. But where?
Hi, sweetheart. Did you get in touch with Nick?
No, but I left messages for him all over town.
What would I do without you?
Well, just keep your eyes to the door and nurse that drink till Nick gets back. I've got to get back to work.
It's just 2 minutes.
Hey, you almost lost my job for me once today.
I know that I did, and I'm very sorry about that, and I want to make it up to you. Señorita, por favor. How much per bunch?
$2, senor.
Here, give me what you got. Here's 10.
Oh.
Thank you.
Dylan, what am I going to do with all these flowers?
Well, let's see. You can take one and put it right here. And the rest, I don't care what you do with it, but I want to prove to you that I know what to do with the money you lend me.
You're crazy.
About you, definitely.
Try to act normal, at least until Nick gets here. Will you please? See you later.
Frank, has anyone been looking for me?
Not since I started my shift, Mason. Sorry.
Okay, thanks.
Hi. I'll have a club soda, please.
Okay.
You haven't seen Nick Hartley in here yet, have you?
No, not yet.
All right, then I guess I'll just wait around.
Look, haven't you ever heard of a bank statement coming back that was completely out of line?
Amy, this is the corporation's account that I was in charge of, and we're talking about thousands of dollars in cash.
Well, the more money, the bigger the mistakes. And banking is all computerized anyway, and computers make errors.
But the brain makes errors too. I don't know, I was moving around a lot of money pretty fast back then. But for the life of me, I can't remember this.
Look, I know, Dad. Look, I can't figure it out either. But there's something you might be able to do while you're over there. Yeah, there's a Bank Swiss account. The number is 7-3014-6. Now, according to any of our records, it's not our account, but all the cash withdrawals have been transferred there. Yeah, let me know what you can find out about it.
All right. There is nothing you can do about it now, okay? Warren has to do a lot more checking before he can get back to you.
I guess you're right.
Can we not forget what we were talking about before we were so rudely interrupted?
That's right, we were talking about holy wedlock or something, or some such thing.
I think I had proposed, and come to think of it, you hadn't officially accepted.
That's right. I guess I better officially accept.
Mm-hmm.
Except I'm sorry, I'm kind of unprepared. Let's see here. Could you pass me the third finger on your left hand? This ribbon. I accept. I promise to buy you the biggest, most real live ring as soon as I can hobble to a jeweler's store.
It's beautiful.
Red's your color.
I love you.
Go away!
Hey, Rick! Hey, come on, open up. It's Nick.
You have my rushed in the hospital. I'm coming. Hi, back from Bakersfield so soon.
It's only a 2.5-hour round trip. I didn't have to stay very long. I found out what I needed to know very quickly.
Okay, Nick, what did you find out?
Before I left, I got copies of your hospital test results.
You took my hospital test results to my father? Why?
As it turned out, I didn't even have to see your father. I went to the Bakersfield Hospital to see if there were similar medical records that existed for him. When I found them, I compared them with yours.
And?
Rick, there is no way that Glenn Wallace could be your father.
Come here often?
No.
Get my message?
What message?
Well, I left one telling you to meet me here before tonight's whatever it is. I hesitate to call it a party.
Well, I'm here to meet Nick, that's all I know. Anyway, if you get home before I do, will you tell everyone I'm going to be a little late?
Sure. Sure, I want to talk to you about something first, though. I know tonight's event is supposed to be primarily social, but knowing Eden, she'll try to use it as a forum for her latest business decision. I want to be prepared for it.
But Mason, you're always prepared.
Thank you. I know that she's prepared a prospectus and sent it out to you and Ted. So I want to get a look at it. It went out today, did it not?
Mason, if you want to look at the prospectus, I want you to ask Eden. I mean, obviously she had her reasons for not showing it to you, right?
Have it with you?
What if I do?
Where is it? In your purse?
Mason, what do you think you're doing?
I want to look at it, Kelly. No, come on. It concerns me as much as it does you. I have a right to look at it.
Give it back.
Hey, will you two stop it?
Mind your own business, Frank.
Give it back.
This is for you. And this, my friend, is for you.
Who is this animal?
Well, where is everybody? Everything's ready. Mason, Sophia, Ted, Kelly, me, Eden.
No one else has arrived yet?
No, but we can't start without them. Champagne?
Yes, thank you. I'd like some.
How about you, Eden?
Yes, I'll have some, thank you.
We were just looking at Aunt Cecily.
Yes, it's amazing how much better he looks, isn't it? I can really tell that since the doctor's report, how his color has improved. I think that's what we should toast to. Cece's health. To his recovery and long life. Yes, that's what we should drink to.
Well, don't forget, Santa Barbara is with us once again tomorrow afternoon here on Sky One. In half an hour, it's the Brady Bunch, but stay with us now, because after the break, we've Wife of the Week with the one and only Christopher Biggins. See you soon.